There are vaccines that are made, they're manufactured using cell lines that were derived from aborted human babies. One cell line is called the MRC5, and vaccines like the chickenpox are manufactured in the MRC5. Another cell line is called WI38, and the rubella portion of the MMR is manufactured in the WI38 cell line. So, but vaccines are really, it's a virus that's been put into a vial in a liquid, which is a buffer. We call it excipients. And companies have put in stabilizers so that the virus won't degrade, and other things that kind of rev up your immune system so that they can use lower amounts of the virus and have a greater profit margin. And immune stimulants are things like aluminum and thimerosal. They're also stabilizers, but they rev up the immune system. So all of these things are in the final product, including contaminants from the cell lines that are used to manufacture the vaccines. And you asked, why the contaminants can't be removed. So the virus in the vaccine is just a long chain of RNA or DNA. But it's such a long chain that it's not economical to make it in a test tube. And so the companies mimic nature's way of growing viruses, and they infect cells. And the virus grows in the cells, and then they lyse the cell, and they try to purify away the virus and leave behind the cell's impurities and DNA fragments. But for anyone who's taken chemistry, what is known is that your yield is inversely related to your purity. And so if they purified out the contaminants from the cell lines, the yield would be so low that they wouldn't make any money, or no one would pay $1,000 or $10,000 for a vaccine. And so because of that, contaminants from the cell lines, and in that case, fetal cell lines, are in the final product, and they're actually at very high levels. And in the chickenpox, the fetal DNA contaminants are present at twice the levels of the active ingredient, which is varicella DNA. So very high levels of the contaminants.